Hello and welcome. Today we're working in managerial accounting. We're working on the full course of managerial accounting. We're in our chapter 14 called financial statement analysis. Now this could be at the end of a financial accounting sequence or at the beginning of a managerial accounting sequence. Regardless, financial statement analysis, we have several things that we're going to do. We're going to do common size ratios and we'll do all the financial ratios. Common size financial statements with an income statement, a balance sheet. So this video is on a common size financial statements. Hey, if you're new, my name is Jeff from Finally Learn. We do a lot of accounting here in this channel, so please like, comment, subscribe, and let me show you how to do common size financials. Now, what we have is an income statement, and the income statement, to do common size, we're going to set the net sales to be 100%. So we're going to take this 425 and divide it into all the numbers that are below. So what we're going to find is the component. What happens to $1 of net sales? How much goes to cost of goods sold and gross profit and income tax and net income all the way down? So that's going to help compare these big companies with lots of big numbers. We're going to compare and make it a common size, which is making the sales 100% or $1, and then everything as a percent of that. So let's do this and show you how to do it on the income statement. 425 divided by 425. Now that's going to be 1 or 100%. And what I want to do is I want to make that denominator $B, $3. I'm going to use the F4 key, and we're going to make that absolute. So as we copy it down, it's going to divide every number by the original net sales, 425,600. So here I've already formatted for percentages. So 425 divided by 425, not very interesting, that's 100%. But it gets interesting if I copy it all down and you see 36 divided by 425 is 8.5%. So I need to do this without formatting to preserve the lines here and the underlines. So let's analyze this. What does this mean? Well, for every $1 of sales, it costs us 65 cents, cost of goods sold. It costs us, we generate a profit of about 35 cents. Our gross profit is 34.8 is our gross profit. Our general and administrative expenses are 21 cents or 21%. And so therefore we have an operating income of almost 14%, 13.8. So we generate, this is our operating profit margin. Then we have interest expense about 2%. Our income before tax is about 11.5 cents, 11.6. Our tax is 3% of our total sales. And we get to keep, after every expense, we get to keep net income of about 8.5 cents for every dollar. Our net profit margin is 8.5%. Okay, so we can compare that to a previous year or to a different company. How well are we doing controlling our expenses to generate our profit? Okay, now on the balance sheet, the total 100% number is going to be total assets. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here at the very top, 16,600, and we're going to divide this by 466. I'm going to make that absolute as well, F4. So divide everything by B23. I've already have it formatted for percentages, so 3.6%. Cash makes up about 3.5% of our total assets. So let's look at all our assets here together. And we'll fill without formatting to preserve the underlines. So cash makes up about 3.5% of our total assets. Accounts receivable is about 17% of our assets. Inventory is about 15.5%. So this is helpful when we start looking at year to year and how much assets we have and what's the component. So current assets make up about 39.7% of our assets. And the long-term assets are the remaining about 60%. So this is about 60.3% of our total assets. So looking at the composition of assets, is important. Do we have too much cash? Do we have too much inventory? Not enough cash? So on. And we can see that if we start looking at previous years. This is something that it's not just calculating the number, it's using your judgment, using your professionalism, looking at previous years, so on. Now, we do the same thing with liabilities and stockholders' equity. We're going to set accounts payable, $47,600, divided by, and we'll take this, divided by our total assets, and we'll take that and make the total assets absolute so that we can just copy it all the way down. Once again, I've already formatted for percentages, and get rid of the, make sure we have the underlines, so fill without formatting. So here our accounts payable makes up about 10% of our total assets. So the way we can look at this is what we have is current liabilities. Finances about 17.5% of our assets. Our long-term liabilities finances about 43% of our assets. Or our total liabilities, every asset is financed by about 60%, 61% of liabilities. So the remaining 39% of our assets are financed by common stock and retained earnings. So you can see, how are we financing our assets? By looking at common size financial statements. Now we got some other information. We're going to need that when we do the ratios. So video number 2 is we're going to do all the ratios. We got about 22 ratios. And so watch for that next video. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.